Map Narrative, Reading a Political Map of Eurasia. This episode focuses on Eurasia as a supercontinent, scale distortion, and how political maps compress immense complexity into readable form. This map feels enormous, not because of decoration, but because of detail, but because of what it represents. What you are looking at is not just a continent, it is the largest continuous landmass on Earth, combining Europe and Asia into a single geographic reality known as Eurasia. And the map makes one thing clear immediately: scale dominates everything here. First impression: one landmass, many worlds. The most striking feature is how continuous this landmass appears. There is no obvious break between Europe and Asia. No natural boundary jumps out and says, this is where one continent ends and this is where the other begins. Instead, Eurasia reads as one uninterrupted expanse of land stretching from the Atlantic edge to the Pacific. This alone teaches an important lesson. Continental divisions are often cultural and historical, not strictly geographic. The map quietly reinforces that idea by showing Eurasia as a single physical unit. Russia as the visual anchor. Your eye is drawn instantly to Russia. It dominates the map, stretching horizontally across almost the entire frame. The color fill and the label placement make it impossible to ignore. This is intentional. In political cartography, area equals visual weight. Russia's size turns it into the structural backbone of the map. Everything else is read in relation to it. This does not imply importance of power, it implies spatial reality. Borders as the primary language. This map is driven by borders. Clean, high contrast boundary lines define where one country ends and another begins. Physical geography is largely suppressed. There are no mountains, no deserts, no rivers emphasized strongly. That tells us exactly what kind of a map this is. This is a political reference map designed to answer one question above all others: who borders whom? Everything that does not serve that question is minimized. Eastern Europe as a dense transition zone. On the western side of the map, near Europe, borders tighten. Countries like Ukraine, Belarus, Moldova, and Georgia appear compact and closely packed. This density contrasts sharply with the vast openness of Northern Asia. The map communicates this difference visually without commentary. Western Eurasia is fragmented. Eastern Eurasia is expansive. The Caucasus and the complexity of borders. In the region between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, borders become intricate. Countries like Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia sit at the crossroads of cultures, languages, and histories. On the map, this appears as compressed space and frequent boundary changes. Political complexity shows up as cartographic density. Maps often reveal geopolitical tension simply through how crowded a region looks. Central Asia, size without density. Move eastward and southward into Central Asia. Countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan occupy large areas with relatively fewer neighbors. This region feels open on the map. Borders are longer, shapes are broader, labels have room to breathe. This does not mean these places are simple. It means that political boundaries cover vast terrain with lower population density. The map communicates that contrast visually. Europe and Asia without a hard line. One of the most interesting aspects of this map is what it does not show. There is no bold line dividing Europe from Asia. That omission is meaningful. It reinforces the idea that the Europe-Asia divide is a convention, not a physical necessity. The Urals and the Caucasus and other features are often cited, but no single boundary is universally accepted. By avoiding a continental divider, the map allows Eurasia to exist as one spatial idea. Color choices and neutral authority. The color palette is calm and restrained. No country is highlighted aggressively. No region is exaggerated through brightness. This neutrality matters. Political maps must feel authoritative. Overly expressive color introduces bias. Here, color serves clarity, not commentary. Each country is distinct, but none compete for attention beyond their size. Oceans as context, not focus. The surrounding seas and oceans are present but subdued. They frame the landmass rather than challenge it. Eurasia fills the viewer's attention so completely that water becomes secondary. This reinforces a land centric narrative, which is appropriate for a political reference map. Scale and human perception. This map compresses extraordinary distances into a single view. From Eastern Europe to the Pacific coast, thousands of kilometers are reduced to inches. That compression can distort perception. Countries that take days to cross appear adjacent. Climate zones that differ radically appear unified. This is not a flaw, it is an inherent trade off of small scale maps. Understanding that trade off is part of map literacy. What this map is really teaching us. Beyond borders and names, this map teaches perspective. It shows Eurasia is geographically unified, scale shapes perception more than detail, and borders feel permanent on maps. Maps freeze moments in time, this one captures a political snapshot of an immense region. When people say that the world feels smaller, maps like this explain why. They allow us to see continents at once, to understand adjacency, to grasp scope in a single glance. But they also remind us of something equally important. The larger the map, the more we must remember what it leaves out. That balance between clarity and simplification is the essence of cartography. If you want a custom map developed just like this for your business or personal needs, reach out to Maps&Locations.com and we'll help you craft the perfect map as you desire. Thank you for watching and look out for the next one. Peace.